Relationships are all about compromises, about meeting in the middle and sometimes giving way. The same goes for the cinematic experience. I wasn't quite sure what to expect from Split. Not that I had any illusions about it being a great movie, mind you. I mean, right off the bat, there's the fact that it's directed by none other than Mr. Twister Shyamalan himself, which, as we know, these days spells dead on arrival. Because let's face it, the guy hasn't made a great movie in a while. But McAvoy is a great actor. The supposed premise sounded somewhat interesting, and I have been known to be surprised by movies like this. So, of course, in the end, I decided to give this movie a chance. And was it good? No. So, I guess you could say that the premise of this movie has two distinct halves to it. On one side, we have a group of girls that are kidnapped by this creepy, crazy guy, who they later come to find out has multiple personalities. On the flip side, we have Dr. Karen Fletcher, a psychologist, one of whose patients is a man with a dissociative identity disorder and has as many as 23 separate personalities living inside his head. Of course, the element tying the two stories together is that the crazy guy who kidnaps the girls and Fletcher's patient are one and the same. So, the main gimmick of the plot is an inevitable manifestation of a much more dangerous 24th personality, dubbed the Beast. And the whole movie is essentially a race against time until the Beast finally emerges. Right off the bat, my main problem with this movie is wasted potential. The most interesting aspect of the movie is delegated to a mere plot device, which is a real shame because McAvoy puts in a hell of a performance, which makes the times that he's not on screen all the more dull. The second major problem is the lack of a skeptic. Everything that happens throughout the course of the film is presented with such an unabashed earnestness that it is left to the audience to be the skeptics. Which in turn leads to that little thing called suspension of disbelief to completely poof out of existence and leave the film pretty much a mess. And that's exactly what describes this movie. It's a mess.